Back again, viewers. Andy's Vlogs and Food Reviews here today, and it is time for what's happening around the West Midlands. Hope everybody is keeping well and enjoying their day and keeping safe. Right then, let's get straight on with the show. And mainly this week, viewers, it's been dominated, I think a lot of people will know, it's been dominated by a very suspicious fire. I'll put some pictures on the screen now. Suspicious fire in Wolverhampton in Lower Horsley Fields at a derelict factory. Over 100 firefighters tackled the blaze. The fire brigade were called at around 9 PM on Monday, and it took around 3 days to extinguish the fire. Now, it was put out on Thursday, and the West Midlands Fire Service, I believe, are treating this suspiciously and believe it was started deliberately. So what's my opinion on this? Yeah, I mean, we've done a few fires before, haven't we, on the channel? I mean, we did a big one in West Bromwich. I know where I don't know the actual extent of that. I think it was that one was accidental. I think that one was in West Bromwich, I think. And I never actually found out what happened to the one in Merrill. I was suspicious of the one in Merrill. It looks suspicious to me, but that's just my opinion and my opinion only. But yeah, I mean, you hear so many stories, don't you, of suspicious fires, especially when buildings get abandoned. I mean, we was talking about the bowling alley in Wolverhampton, wasn't we, last week, with the fire that happened there, and just before Christmas, and they torched the building, and it was treated suspiciously then as well. So, you know, I don't know why people are doing this, but unfortunately, they see derelict buildings and they go and set things on fire, and there's no need really for the antisocial behaviour, in my opinion. So at least it did cause some disruption to the trains as well. A lot of the roads, and people was also struggling with the traffic, and a lot of things were affected by it. But I do believe now that the fire has all been distinguished, and everything is pretty much running smoothly. So leave your thoughts in the comments below on if it affected you, or did it affect you on the way to work? Did you see it? I was actually at work when it happened, so I didn't see it. If I had been in the area, you know me, viewers, I would have been there, and I would have been doing a video on it. If I see something happen, I do try and put the video out there for you guys. Right, on to the next one, and a bit more of on the promising side now. I'll try and get rid of all the negative stuff if I can. It's very difficult sometimes when you're running through the papers and seeing what's happening. Coca-Cola truck, if you may remember, every time at Christmas we see the Coca-Cola truck advert on the telly, and you always know when Christmas is here when you see them Coca-Cola trucks on the TV. And they arrived in Wolverhampton on Thursday, and everybody went round and got photos, and some children as well enjoying their days. I will put some the article on the screen as well for you to see. But yeah, I bet that was nice for people to go and see the Coca-Cola trucks, because like I say, you see them all on the adverts and you don't ever see them in the open. I do believe though they did come to Merrill the one year, and people went to go and see it then. But it's something I've never done actually, but I wouldn't mind. Definitely interesting. Definitely be interested in that, would, to go and see them. Right then, something else still in Wolverhampton, and something else we had done a video on as well. I mentioned about all the graffiti, didn't I? And I did a video, and I mentioned, just as you enter Wolverhampton, about all the derelict buildings and how they filled the buildings with graffiti. And I mentioned how some of them are good artists, but there is quite a lot of harsh words and things that really shouldn't be put on buildings, and the environmental bosses, desperate to clamp down on all the graffiti in the Wolverhampton area. There was removing graffiti from the Beatties building, the old Beatties building, and I think we also did a walk along down there, didn't we? And I think they were digging all the middle of the road up. But yeah, you just wonder why they do it, don't you? I mean, people just, I think my opinion is I just wish some people would go and, just constructive things in life and going around and vandalising places and doing graffiti or setting things on fire. And you don't understand why they're doing it, and you just really wish that people would stop it. So my opinion is, if you're going to go out and cause trouble, you're going to face the consequences, and it really isn't worth it. Find something better to do. Get yourself into some activities. There's plenty of things to do. There's cinemas, there's shows to go and see, there's football, there's plenty of sports and entertainment centres out there that you can do. You really don't need to go around and do any sort of antisocial behaviour or vandalise any buildings. I mean, some buildings, are listed buildings, aren't they? And there's just no reason why these people do it. So that's just my opinion, and I just hope that these people decide to stop doing it, because it really isn't. It's just not worth it, is it? Right then, away from Wolverhampton, back to my hometown of Dudley. Right, Farmfoods have rejected a plan to leave Dudley. There was a proposal to move from at their site in Fisher Street in Dudley due to a transport interchange. Yeah, and Farmfoods have basically turned round and said no, that they don't want to move unless there was a much bigger store they could have to be found, and it's believed that they turned round and said to the council that no, they don't want to move, and they're standing firm on it. So what's my opinion on this? Yeah, if you remember, people who live in Dudley, we used to have a quick save there, didn't we? We had a quick save there a while back, and we mentioned a lot of Aldi's, we've mentioned a lot of Lidl's coming. But the problem is now there's so many things changing. We're having a lot of supermarkets, aren't we? And there's that much going on with, as you see in Wolverhampton on the vlogs, when you see all the roads being dug up, and you see the metro coming through, and you're seeing so much going on with things being dug up, and they're trying to change so much. Some things I actually think for the better. I mean, I like the metro, I do. I think it's a brilliant idea, because you can't, especially with the traffic nowadays, especially at Christmas as well. You're always getting stuck in traffic. I mean, I'm always getting stuck in roadworks when I'm working and going about my daily duties. There's always something being dug up. So, do you use Farmfoods? Do you shop at Farmfoods? And what do you think of Farmfoods standing their ground in Dudley? My opinion on it, like I say, I think if they want to stay there and they're standing their ground, then fair play to them. If that's what they want, why should people move if they don't want to? If somebody asked me to move and I didn't want to, I certainly wouldn't go down without a fight. So yeah, that's fair play to Farmfoods on that one. But leave your thoughts in the comments below if you shop there or you think they should move. Right now, this is another interesting story. On to Birmingham now. A new temping bowling alley and arcade. There is plans on having a new temping bowling alley and arcade in Birmingham, adjacent to Birmingham New Street Station. There is plans, if approved. Obviously, it's got to go through the City Council Planning Committee first. And if it goes through, you will see basically 3 floors venue. Floor 1 will be a private functions room. Floor 2 will be a temping bowling alley. And floor 3 will be a games arcade. Well, I'm so pleased to see this. Actually, I only mentioned it last week, didn't I? About temping bowling. I was quite disappointed there we're losing so many of these venues due to things shutting down and being replaced. I mean, so many things being replaced by houses now and flats, and I just wish we could see more attractions, especially for kids and that, so they can go to. And Birmingham, I actually like Birmingham. I wish I could spend more time there, to be honest. I never seem to get a chance, but I do like Birmingham, and I think this will be a fantastic venue for Birmingham. And there's plenty to do there, like I say, with Temping Bowling, Games Arcade, and with plenty of other things around there as well. And with it being by the train station, it's perfect if you want to go to Birmingham and you don't want to drive, because you can just jump on the train, if you're near a train station, that is. But there is buses as well, and like I said, there is the metro as well that goes to Birmingham. So you can go there, and if approved, like I said, there's plenty of things to do. Obviously, you've got the German market at Christmas, which I'm hoping to go to, and you've got plenty of shops as well. So yeah, I mean that would be brilliant for Birmingham. What do you guys think about that? If you live in Birmingham, or if you travel to Birmingham, or you shop in Birmingham, what do you think about Temping Bowling and Games Arcade? Obviously, we'll have to see if it goes through first, depending on the City Council Planning Committee. Hopefully, I'm hoping that they're giving the go ahead with that, because I do like Temping Bowling. It's fun, and it's a great night out if you want to spend time with family and friends. And it's quite a good chill out place, I think, as well, because you can get the food, and if you go online, you can actually get a deal where if you go Temping Bowling, you can get food and drinks included in that, and it's not a bad price actually. There's one in Dudley, at Castlegate Island, and there's also one in Wolverhampton called Hollywood's, which is quite good as well. But leave your thoughts below. Right then, viewers, that is pretty much everything. I hope you've enjoyed the show. Thank you very much for watching what's happening around the West Midlands. I'll be back again. I'll probably see if I can try and do another vlog tomorrow, if I can fit it in. Hopefully I can. Like I said earlier, if you haven't seen the vlog I did yesterday, I did a vlog in Brierley Hill about the lights, and I'm going to try and get round and do all the Christmas lights for people to see, and then we're just going to see what we think's the best. If you haven't seen that, check it out on the channel, but I will see if I can try and get out and do another one tomorrow, if I can. If not, I will try and fit it in the next few days. Right then, viewers, thanks very much for watching the show. I hope you all have a fantastic day. Thanks very much for everyone who subscribed to the channel of late. I do appreciate it, and thanks to all the lovely comments. I'll see you on the next one, and it's bye for now.